Hi you guys, welcome to your September 2024 astrological forecast. The month starts off with, on the 1st, Uranus turning retrograde. So all of the outer planets except for Jupiter are all retrograde right now. We've got Uranus in Taurus, okay, turning retrograde on the 1st. Then we have Saturn and Neptune still in Pisces retrograde. And Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius at the end of August, and then on the 2nd it falls back into Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime. Whatever, we'll be long dead before it re-enters Capricorn. It takes that long to get through each zodiac sign, right? So Pluto does move back into Capricorn on the 2nd and is there up until November 19th when it fully moves into Aquarius, okay? And I will be doing a video on Pluto in Aquarius, okay? But anyways, there's a new moon in Virgo on the 2nd. The sun is in, the sun is in Virgo up until the 22nd. And Mercury starts off in Leo in direct motion, you know, on the 1st, right? And moves forward again into Virgo on the 9th. Then, let's see here, Mars is just in Gemini for just the first few days up until the 4th. And Mars moves into Cancer for the rest of the month. Then, okay, we have a full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces, okay, on the 17th. Then on the 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. Also on the 22nd, Venus moves into Scorpio. Sorry, I forgot to mention, Venus is in Libra from the 1st up until the 22nd when it moves into Scorpio. And then Mercury's moving very fast again, okay, in Virgo. It moves it back into Virgo or forward into Virgo again on the 9th and then moves into Libra on the 26th. Okay, so let me see here. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about the planets. You guys, don't forget to check out my weekly forecast is now daily shorts whenever there's a major aspect. Okay, so don't forget to look for those, like, subscribe, and share if you like my videos. I really appreciate all your interactions with me. You know what? Now for your forecast. Hi, Cancer. So, the big news for you is Mars is entering your sign on the 4th, okay? And also, though, your opposite sign, Capricorn, Pluto is moving back into Capricorn just, you know, till like November 19th. So you'll have Capricorn back, Pluto back in your 7th house where you have the sign of Capricorn, and you'll have Mars in your 1st house, right? So first of all, having Mars in your own sign, Mars is the me planet. It is the ego planet, right? It makes you a little bit more aggressive in going after things that are personally important to you. So what Mars is what it's good to use this transit for is to make corrections or put things the way you would like them to be, okay? Because you may have done this, like what happens is the last time Mars was in your sign, you probably did this, and then people work on you. Like, you know what I mean? They like try to undo all the things that you put into place because they don't like it, you know? It means that they either have to behave themselves or act a certain way or don't do this, don't do that, whatever. So this is that time again. You know, it's time to do that again. Put things back the way you want them to be. Okay, so Mars is a very confident planet. It will make you stand up for yourself, speak up for yourself, or anyone else even that's important to you. Okay, but it is physically aggressive because it has a lot of energy in it, you know. I believe it rules the muscles. Okay, so you know, you may find one thing, you know what, it does govern like sharp objects like tools, anything made from metal. So if you were into making any kind of like creative project or something, it might be good if you are working with your hands. Might take on something like that, some form of art. If not, you may take up like dancing or jogging, walking, riding a bike, something physical, because this planet brings a lot of energy into your life, and you may need to expel it in some way or other, right? So I always say, though, as far as Mars goes, this is a thing where you could find yourself saying to people, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have done this, or if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have this, or something or other. Okay, it's you pointing out to people what their lives would be like without you in it, because they just take you for granted. So that's what this is for. It's to remind people that you're here, and that you want things your way. It's your life, right? You don't need to defer to anybody. So that's what Mars is for. Okay, now Pluto being back in Capricorn in your 7th house of close relationships and partnerships, arrangements and agreements. It's only in the 29th degree, very late degree, probably won't even affect you at this time, but I do have to mention that because it is your opposite sign, that planet Pluto has been in Capricorn for many, many years, so you're already used to it. Won't even notice probably that there is a power-hungry person back in your life, okay? Or an institution, a government institution or agency or something like that, or somebody that just tries to call all the shots, yank your chain, keep you under their thumb. That's what Pluto sometimes does when it's in the 7th house, okay, and opposing your rising sign or your sun in Cancer, or whatever other planets you have in Cancer, okay? It's the power planet, right? So you could have had someone like that in your life for a very long time, and when Pluto leaves here for good in November, you won't really, I can't see you having to put up with that again, like in this lifetime, right? So anyways, the month does start off with, okay, a new moon in Virgo. In your 3rd house, that's where you have the sign of Virgo. So a new moon does bring a new beginning, right? And your 3rd house is your neighbors, your neighborhood, all forms of communication, including regular postal mail. It's local travel, day trip, night trip, overnight trip, or a weekend trip. You may end up doing, or have been since last month, because Mercury was already here in Virgo. A lot of communications going on back and forth in between your 3rd house and even your 2nd house, where you have Leo. Mercury was retrograde in the sign of Leo. It was retrograde in Virgo, falling back into Leo. Now it starts off this month, in direct motion in Leo. Okay, just up until the 9th. So it's still in your 2nd house of earned income and money. So you could still be trying to finalize something, some kind of possibly like an arrangement as far as work goes, or money that is owed to you, or that you were trying to find out what happened to, the check really is in the mail kind of thing. And so after the 9th, when it moves into Virgo in direct motion, right, you could get some kind of communication regarding money, okay, or a possession. Your 2nd house is also possessions. So something possibly that didn't make it to you. And it could be even when Mercury was retrograde, your mail went to a neighbor's house or somewhere, but it didn't come to you, right? Maybe you're just now getting all of that. So it could even be a package even that you were waiting on. Okay, so the sun is in Virgo up until the 22nd. So Mercury moves here on the 9th, right? And this new moon brings about maybe, some kind of new beginning within your own area, your own neighborhood. Could be, I don't want to say a new neighbor, but more contact with them at this time. Or possibly even a business maybe, could be new in the area that you're going to, you know. But this is an internet house. It is social media. You could find yourself online there a little bit more. You could be taking maybe a little trip of some kind, you know, not like short distance travel. That's what the third house is, okay? So this new moon is here on the 2nd, where there is also a full moon, partial lunar eclipse on the 17th in Pisces in your 9th house, which is directly across from your 3rd house. These are both communication and travel houses, and 9th house is long distance travel and communication, and 3rd house is local travel and communication. So you have Saturn and Neptune both in retrograde motion in Pisces in your 9th house, which brings like traveling, a problem to travel. Okay, like if you go anywhere, you know, even what would be really hard is if you traveled for work, you know. You could be one of those people that are always sitting at the airport for days on end, you know. Saturn in the 9th house, it does make it a little hard to travel sometimes. So I always tell people to make sure, especially if you're doing foreign travel, you're traveling to some place you've never been to before, always make sure you're aware of their customs and their laws, because you could inadvertently offend somebody without even knowing it, or legally get into some kind of bad trouble, okay? But here, with this, a lot of times, 9th house is, you're like your religious and spiritual beliefs, your philosophy on life, higher learning, foreign countries, people, languages, legal matters, media and publishing, the house of adventure, many, many things, okay? So you may be in contact with someone who you have absolutely nothing in common with, right? And sometimes they bait you, you know, as far as trying to get you to argue with them over politics. Or again, your philosophy on life, something or other. So that could be something that's going on here. You could get into it with like maybe even a neighbor, you know, somebody that always got their nose in everybody else's business. It could be anything, but because the full moon is eclipsed, okay, it does make the effects of the full moon last a little bit longer than usual. So, you know, I wouldn't pay too much attention to, you know, some kind of disagreement with somebody. But if you are traveling, I'd really be careful of where I was, the neighborhood I was in. Am I in a safe place? Are my reservations still there? All of that stuff. Really, you know, be very careful, okay, about any kind of travel at this time. So then, okay, we've got the sun moving into Libra on the 22nd. Venus is here from the beginning of the month to the 22nd. Then on the 22nd it moves into Scorpio, into your 5th house. And then Mercury moves into Libra on the 22nd, all in your 4th house where you have the sign of Libra. And your 4th house is your home and family and where you physically live. Okay, the property surrounding it, your past, your childhood, your personal life, the foundation of how you were raised. Okay, so this is like a time where, you know, it could be a little bit of a reunion, or you hear from people from your past. Doesn't always have to be relatives, okay? It could be anybody, but more than likely people that you went to school with, like grade school, stuff like that, early grade school and whatever. But it could be people also from another neighborhood. But, you know, this is a time where you have, it seems like, more people coming to visit you, or you're maybe having some kind of function or whatever going on at your place, at least one thing, not constant, like a party or something like that, or just a get-together, okay? But this is a very nice, pleasant transit. Okay, and it does kind of bring about communications from family, or again, some people from your past. Okay, but with Venus here, like all month, it does make you want to beautify your home or your surroundings. You may decorate maybe for the holidays or for fall. In America, we're coming up to autumn soon. So, stuff like that. It does make you want to do things around your home to make them more beautiful, whatever. When Venus moves into Scorpio and your fifth house of fun and creativity, romance, gambling, speculation, all forms of entertainment, games and sports, and anything to do with children, this is your fun time. This is the time to have fun. With Venus here, it doesn't always have to be romance on your mind. This is also the house of creativity. So you could be doing something creative at this time, or just having fun. Even if you have children, you could be spending a lot more time with them at this time. And in fact, when the sun moves here and other planets move into Scorpio, you do this the same time each year. Okay, when planets are in Scorpio, they're in your fifth house. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Cancer on the 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Capricorn, and those dates are the 12th and 13th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for money is the 1st, 14th, 15th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. The best time for your career is the 18th and 19th, and the best time for communication and travel is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 16th, 17th, 29th, and 30th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for September. Be sure to check out my daily shorts, which used to be my weekly forecast. Okay? See you then. Bye.